Good day everyone, Weston here with GoWesty, and today we're going to do a walkthrough on the fuel tank reseal kit on a 2-wheel drive Vanagon. Part number, Vano tank. Let's start by removing the fuel filler neck. To do this, unlock your gas cap, then unscrew the 3 screws holding the trim to the fuel filler neck and use a chisel or screwdriver to unscrew the trim counterclockwise. Next, reach up to the top of the fuel tank, feeling for the breather tube. Then pull up on the breather tube, removing it from the grommet. Finally, twist the fuel filler neck and pull outward until it is completely removed. With the fuel filler neck out of the way, it is time to uninstall the tank. Start by removing one of the 2 saddle straps. Next, you're going to want to get a ratcheting strap or something to support the tank so that it doesn't fall out. With a securing strap in place, remove the other saddle and begin to lower the tank. If there is still fuel in your tank, it is advised to pinch off the fuel line. With the fuel tank partially pitched, it is a good time now to drain any remaining fuel out of it. Next, unplug the fuel sender, and using a pry bar or a pair of needle nose pliers, pry up on the balance tube, removing it from its grommets. There are also some additional hoses here that can either be cut or the clamps can be removed and they could be uninstalled. With all the hoses and wires uninstalled, remove the tank and set it on a bench. Clean up any excess dirt, especially where the fuel sender, grommets, and O-rings go. Then apply a liberal amount of white lithium grease where all O-rings and grommets will be installed. With the tank out, now is a really good time to replace the fuel sender. The fuel sender is installed simply by unscrewing the old one with a large pair of channel locks and screwing the new one on. Here's an example of why it is beneficial to reseal your fuel tank. The grommets and O-rings have a tendency to crack due to age. This can cause vapor leaks, making you feel smog, and potential fuel leaks when filling up your gas tank. Make sure to have a good amount of lithium grease on the O-ring. If you have not yet removed the previously cut hoses, now is a good time to do it. Continue uninstalling the balance tube as well as any remaining hoses going to the expansion tanks. Before completely removing the old balance tube, make good note of where it is located, as well as its routing over any coolant pipes or hoses or wires. Cut new length of hose between the expansion tanks and the balance tubes. Install the newly cut fuel hose over the T-fitting on the balance tube, then secure it down with one of the provided ear clamps. A special type of pliers is required to install this style of clamp. This can be found on our website, part number EP1098. With the new length of hose on the balance tube, run the other end of the hose up to the hardline that's coming from the expansion tanks and reinstall that using a provided ear clamp. Cut a new length of fuel hose coming from the other side of the expansion tank. Mount this new length of hose onto the hard fittings on the fuel tank using the provided ear clamps. Mock the fuel tank back up using the strapping you previously used to uninstall the fuel tank. Leave the fuel tank pitched at an angle so you can access the additional hose coming off the expansion tank. Then use the provided ear clamp to attach the soft line to the hard line. If you haven't already, apply some more white lithium grease to the inner holes on the grommets. With grease applied, reach towards the back of the tank and shove the balance tube's fittings into the grommets. With the balance tube installed, use the ratcheting straps to hold the tank up and reinstall the fuel tank saddles. Now reinstall the fuel hose that goes to both the return and the fuel pump. Finally, reinstall the fuel filler neck as well as the fuel filler neck's breather tube and the trim plate for the fuel, opposite of how it was removed. And that's it, you're done. Take your vehicle to the gas station and fill her up and make sure you don't have any leaks. Thank you all for following along with us today. Safe travels and see you all in the next one.